Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another motovlog. And this is kind of a follow-up to my last motovlog about theory versus reality. And this motovlog I will call "Corporations Are Not Your Friend." And many of you may understand what I'm saying and probably lived the same environment as I have. So just a disclaimer, this is not just American corporations or corporate America, but this is human nature. And all corporations, I believe, have the same mentality. I'm not saying this is about every company. It's a different yeah, you can register as a corporation even if it's a one-man show, but I'm talking about large corporations, large conglomerate corporations, close to monopolies, right? So this is my experience with working in corporate America, and then also working with overseas companies. So let's start with the first corporation I worked for. They were the third largest corporation company in the world. Not just in the state, not just in America, in the world. And I wasn't even a drop in the bucket. But it was my first job out of college, and they offered me good money, and I took it. So the way the large, huge corporations work is the very, very top executive management. They are just there to make sure the company is making not just good money, but growth money. And I never quite understood it. I understand why. It's to please the stockholders, and there are cycles, you know, they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, and every time they go up or down, somebody still makes money. So but the corporation in of itself always wants to go up. So upper management is always focused on just making more revenue. They slightly don't care what the company does. They just want the company to make money. That's from automakers, aircraft makers, widget makers. You know, executive management is in it for the money. And at the lower you get down in the workforce, the loyalty and the friendliness gets a little bit better to you, right? So you're down here at the bottom, and you know, at the very top of the pyramid, they don't even know you mostly. You're just a dot. You're just a number on a spreadsheet. And before I go any further, any of you people who work in corporate America or in large corporations, hopefully you are not stressed out because you're doing what you think is great work, and you're working, volunteering and working off hours without pay, or, you know, working overtime to feed your family. I get it. And then, you know, you're striving for a certain amount, or a certain promotion, or a certain pay, or a certain award. and it never comes, or somebody else gets credit for what you do. What you need to, well, what I did, I'm not saying what you need to do, but I suggest that you change your thought process to, I'm just a number. I used to be very loyal to every company I worked for, but over my 30 years of experience in corporate America, I came to the realization that large corporations on the upper management side don't necessarily care about you. They care about people in their lives, but as far as like specific employees, if they don't know you, you're just a number and a dollar value. And this brings to mind the scene in the movie Band of Brothers, where this private he has you know, they landed on D-Day, and he's got PTSD already, which I don't blame him. So one of the other characters, a sergeant, says, "You don't get it yet, do you?" And he goes, "Get what?" And I'm paraphrasing the dialogue, but if I remember, I'll put the text to the dialogue. But the sergeant goes, "You don't get it, do you?" And the private goes, what do you mean, Sergeant or Sir?" It goes, "You don't realize that you're gonna die already, do you?" And it goes, "What?" It goes, "Yeah, if you think that that you're not gonna get killed already, then you're gonna hold back and not do what you were trained to do. But once you realize or accept that you're gonna die, you're gonna get killed doing what you're gonna do, you're gonna put all your energy into doing what you were trained to do and not stress about it." So my thought process, when I came to a realization that big corporations, unless they know you, even if they do, really don't care about what you do or how you do it. And I started doing my job to the best of my ability. I put in a good day's work for a good day's pay, and if I get rewarded for it, great. If I don't, oh well. But I do what I like to do, you know, what I'm good at, because on a more close level of management, like my boss, my boss's boss maybe, and people I work with, or people who report to me, yes, there is a loyalty, a certain amount of loyalty in that group. But the higher up you go into different regions, if they don't really know you, they really can't speak to you or for you, about you. Right? And it goes both ways. I have no idea what other departments do, or how much they work, or you know, how important their job is. And so I don't quite blame executive management, because when I put myself in their shoes, they have different motivations, they have different requirements from their bosses. Everybody has a boss. That's the other thing. Everybody has a boss. In the military, everybody has a boss. I don't care if you're a general or an admiral, you still have a boss. I had a shipmate who who actually worked at the Pentagon, and he was like a clerk for an admiral. And he said one day in his early days he was going somewhere in the Pentagon, and his boss, basically, he was a clerk for an admiral. He saw the admiral like running down the hall, and you know, the admiral had like a stressful look on his face. He goes, "Sir, are you okay? What can I do for you?" He said, "Don't worry about it. I got something. I got to take care of something." So whoever that admiral's boss was had him, you know, literally running to get something done. Now, it could have been, you know, something family related where he had to go run and get home or something, but, you know, somebody was that admiral's boss. So, where I'm at in my position, I am, I'm below the dirt. And what, you know, and I've accepted that. Yeah, I am in a management role, but when you take a look at the big picture of the whole corporation, I might be an ant. I might be just at the surface of the dirt. But I make enough to pay the bills. I make enough to have a motorcycle that I like. I have enough to not have to struggle to purchase what I need, and also I make enough to purchase what I want and save for my potential retirement. And for you fellow Christians out there, I owe it all to God. I owe it all to Jesus. But in summary, if you are working for a huge corporation, don't get your don't get your pee-pee in a bind. If you're male or female, you know, don't get yourself worked up to where you feel that you've been cheated, you haven't been recognized for your contributions to the company, because every company does it. Like I said, the company I worked for at first was based in Germany. So you think the executives in Germany really give a crap what I do? And I've been to Switzerland, I've been to Italy, I've been to Japan. I've been many places overseas related to work, and every single corporation that I either worked for or did work in my company for another company, I observed that the culture, the business culture, is pretty much the same. They're just in it for the money. I'm starting to sound like a broken record. So hopefully that helps relieve some stress to those of you working in a big corporation. Do what you need to do to earn a good day's pay, and don't try to overdo yourself, because to try to get yourself, well, I get that you're trying to get a promotion to make more money. I get it. If you have a definite track and you're pretty confident that you'll get there, keep doing it. But do it because you like to do what you like to do. You do what you like to do. But make sure you get things in writing. Make sure that your supervisor, your boss, is on the same page as you are to get you on track to do certain things. And again, it's important to get that in writing, because if they do screw you, you have it in writing, and either their boss will implement what the deal was, or it becomes a legal issue where legally you can sue the company, or you can sue the one who cheated you to get what you were working towards, right? So one example before I go is I was somewhat a research engineer, and the rewards for being a research engineer, kind of, is you get to be put on a patent, and I have a patent. I worked on a project where I was named as one of the participants in the patent. Well, I actually participated in 3 other projects that got patented, but for some reason, well, the reason is I left the company before the project was finally completed, but I was one of the primary people who came up with good ideas that got the project to completion. I mean, the project was complete, it just wasn't submitted. And actually, I do have paperwork for, I think, 2 of the patents that were submitted, but just because I left the company, my name was taken off the final patent. But you know what? Oh well. I made the money I made when I was working there, so yeah, technically they didn't have to, but it still kind of stings where I was, you know, I did the work and I came up with the idea, but I didn't get recognized for it. But oh well, you know, you move on with life and live your best life and speak and live your best life ever. Everybody have a good day. Later.